Hey, what's up? It's Chris from Brooker Films, and in today's video I'm talking all about frame rates. So let's get into it. Video is made up of loads and loads of still images every single second, and if you're watching a video, then typically that's going to be 25 frames per second, which is 25 still images for just 1 second of video. Now, if you're watching American TV, then that's slightly different because they use 30 still images for 1 second of video. And this is where the term frames per second comes from. So why would we use higher frame rates? Now, the one benefit of shooting at a higher frame rate is the ability to manipulate time. If we slow down footage shot at 25 frames per second, it looks really unprofessional and it looks really jumpy and jerky and it just doesn't look right. So if we double our FPS to around 50 frames per second and we adjust our speed to 50%, if we watch that back, then the video is going to play much smoother and this looks much more professional and much more cinematic. Now, this third example was shot at 96 frames per second, and if we do the same thing again, if we slow this down to 25 frames per second, you'll notice that the video is playing a lot slower than the previous two videos. And lastly, we're going to shoot at 180 frames per second. Now, that is almost 8 times slower than real time. So if we slow this down to 25 frames per second, you'll notice that the video is in super slow motion and this looks really awesome and really cinematic. Now, when you're filming at higher frame rates, it's always important to remember that your shutter speed should be double your frame rates. So if you're shooting at 25 frames per second, then your shutter speed should be 1/50. This means if your frame rate is set to 180, then you need to get your shutter speed as close to 1/360 as is physically possible. Making sure the number of our shutter speed is double the number of our frames per second will ensure that the camera reduces the amount of motion blur within the shot, and this is going to make our image look more professional. Understanding frame rates and knowing when to use a higher or a lower frame rate will drastically help to improve your work and will really help to make your videos stand out amongst the crowd. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please do let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this one in the future. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really do truly appreciate it. I hope you're having the most amazing day today. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.